and to all our mothers, and we honor our mothers today if they're not with us. And once again, our honorary co-chair, and she's here, Joan Lunden. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference how many presidents I've covered. It's always the 7 kids that gets the applause. You know, throughout my breast cancer journey over this last year, I have had the opportunity to meet some really amazing women who have used their voices to make extraordinary change. And one of those women is Dr. Nancy Cappello. She is the founder and director of rudense.org. You should check out that website. It's awesome. And RU Dense Advocacy, Inc. And Nancy launched these 2 nonprofits after her advanced stage breast cancer diagnosis. And we have kind of similar stories. Like me, she had a mammogram and got a clean bill of health. And then a few weeks later, she in an ultrasound, it was confirmed that she had breast cancer. And it was only then that it was told to her by her doctors that her cancer had been masked in that mammogram, for years because of breast density. And Nancy then has become the inspiration behind the first breast density reporting law in the nation in 2009, right here in the state of Connecticut, putting Connecticut as a global leader in density reporting and ancillary screening for women with dense breast tissue, and really giving birth to an amazing grassroots movement across this country. And as a result of her incredible passion and her advocacy, we now have 22 states with legislation requiring doctors to inform patients that their breasts are dense and that a mammogram may not be a sufficient screening tool. 22 states, just as a couple weeks ago, that we got the 22nd one. She also works tirelessly in Washington to get Congress to pass a federal bill, the Breast Density Reporting Act, and it has been my honor to join forces with Nancy Cappello and with Susan G. Komen in those efforts on Capitol Hill. Nancy is an extraordinary woman with a very, very big heart and the most amazing determination to make a difference in this fight against cancer. I am proud to present the Promise Award to Nancy Cappello on behalf of Komen, Connecticut. And this award represents the founding Susan G. Komen promise, a promise made between 2 sisters, a promise made by Nancy Brinker to her dying sister, Susan G. Komen, that she would do everything possible to bring an end to breast cancer by empowering people and ensuring quality care for all and energizing science to find the cure. And Nancy really, and along Nancy Brinker and Nancy Cappello, were kind of the epitome of teaching us all, never underestimate the power of our individual voices. Nancy, absolutely. So Nancy Cappello, this is the Promise Award for your extraordinary work and determination.
Thank you very much. Lipstick, I'm going to save this. It's just such an honor for me. It's so hard for me to walk that survivor's walk without crying. I can't help it. And I'm crying because of the blessings of every day. We all know how important it is to have your health and that health is wealth. So I am honored to be here and so pleased with this Promise Award. Thank you, Joan Lunden, for joining us in this fight. You know, it's remarkably, when you have dense breast tissue, it's common, about 40% of women have it. And when I heard about Joan being diagnosed and that her cancer was found because of the ultrasound, I wasn't shocked because women do have dense tissue and certainly cancer can be missed on mammogram. But what shocked me was that my breakfast partner, she didn't know it, for 17 years, Joan Lunden, a Connecticut resident, was also harmed really by her dense tissue. So thank you very, very much, Joan, for this award. And Anne, I do want to now come over here, please.
Another amazing woman.
Ann Morris, Joan, stand with me for a moment. So Ann Morris, when we were first working on our state bill, we had very, very little supporters of it because at the time nobody knew about dense breast tissue. I was really surprised when I was diagnosed with stage 3C breast cancer. I had 13 metastasized lymph nodes on normal mammogram weeks before. And my team of doctors, now I had 6 doctors, they ended up telling me when I said, what happened? Why didn't the mammogram find the cancer? And they said, well, Nancy, you have dense breast tissue. What's that? And that's what catapulted me to this, not only this Connecticut, it started here, fight, but a global fight to make sure that we have all the information we need in order to have breast health, preventative measures, and a way to survive. Ann Morris was one of the first cancer organizations who stepped up to the plate and said, Nancy, we're going to join you. And I am just honored to know her as a person and certainly work with her as a professional in this work to make sure that we all have the right tools to find cancer at its earliest stage when there's greater survival outcomes. So Ann, thank you. Joan, thank you. And thank you for the work that you do to help all of us to increase the opportunity to survive and to live. I just want to make one mention. As Joan mentioned, if you're interested in helping us on our federal bill, you can go to either joanlunden.org. She has information on our federal bill. It takes 2 minutes. You need your zip code, and you just ask Senator Blumenthal, Senator Murphy, and the rest of our representatives to support our bill. You can go to rudense.org. And also check us out. We have a big music fest coming up on June 20th in Waterbury, Connecticut. Palace Theater, please come and join us. I want to thank my husband, Joe Cappello, my photographer, and my best friend and pal for 40 plus years. And thank you, Komen of Connecticut, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it, and all the volunteers. Thank you very much. It's a very, very big honor. Heartful thanks to you. Thank you.